Hello everyone, I am back. This is my trailer breakdown for Star Wars The Last Jedi. I've been away for some time, but now I am resuming this breakdown and starting with The Last Jedi. The trailer has been released a couple of days ago, and I am starting right away to analyze the trailer, so to speak. In the first scene of the trailer, we see Kylo Ren looking out at a First Order shipyard, and I would assume that it is the main base of operations from the First Order. Next up, we see the first look at the new AT-ATs from the First Order. They have similarities to the old AT-ATs, but the main difference I would think here is the front legs, which are bent backwards, which would prevent them from being cabled in this film. Also, they are using the old AT-ATs, as you can see here, from the Empire, and I would assume that it is scraps from the AT-ATs used by the Empire. And here you can see the new AT-ATs from the First Order, which are larger. In the next scene, we see Kylo Ren going into some sort of a cave with First Order troops. And this is a big similarity to the storming of the Jedi Temple in Coruscant by Anakin and the clone troopers, I would say, which gives an indication to the prequel movies. Next up, we see what looks to be a new lightsaber from Kylo Ren. I would assume that Snoke will give it to him in this scene. Next up, we see Rey's new lightsaber, so to speak. It is Luke's old lightsaber that she found in The Force Awakens. Here we see Ahch-To, the first Jedi temple where Luke is hiding, or were hiding in The Force Awakens, and she gives Luke his old lightsaber back, and he looks very surprised to receive it. Quite shocked, actually. Next up, we see Rey going into some sort of a Force-sensitive tree, and we see the books from the Jedi, and I would assume it is part of her training with Luke. Next up, we see her training with Luke's lightsaber, and we also see an awesome scene where she cracks here the stone when she's meditating, and Luke is looking quite shocked. He also describes that he has seen this power once before. It didn't scare him then, but it will now, when seeing Rey's immense force power. And we also see here the flashback look of the old Jedi temple burning. So analyzing the trailer from the first scenes, I would say that it is much conflict within the characters' minds. As you can see here, Kylo is very conflicted within, and also gets quite pissed. This is a perfect example of the conflict that I'm talking about. Kylo is attacking the Resistance here with his TIE silencer, and I would assume that he's attacking Leia, seen here. And he's very conflicted if he's going to kill his mother or not, because he killed Han Solo, his father, in The Force Awakens. So he's very much doubting his choices, I would say. It's going to be quite interesting to see if he's moving even more to the dark side here. Here we see the Millennium Falcon fleeing from TIE fighters in some sort of a Kyber crystal cave. Chewie is here, and also the new race called Porgs. So yeah, they are going to sell a lot of toys with these guys. So seeing these scenes now, I would say that this movie has a lot of more starship battles in space than The Force Awakens had. We see Poe Dameron, here we see Captain Phasma finally in action, fighting Finn. Finn is having some sort of First Order uniform, so I would assume that he is infiltrating the base here and then going up against Captain Phasma. Next scene, we see Luke is talking to someone. I would assume it is Kylo Ren he's talking to. And here we can see the first look at the ice crystal fox thingies on the planet where the AT-ATs are attacking the Resistance. Also we see Leia here, looks quite conflicted as well. We jump over to the next scene where Rey is once again training with Luke, but in this scene he's looking quite afraid of her. I would assume it is because of her immense force powers. Finn is having his uniform and investigating and going into the First Order base. Here we see once again the AT-ATs and the TIE fighters attacking the planet where the Resistance base is situated. Next scene is quite a big one. Here we see Snoke, and his scars are more healed, I would say, than it was in the first Force Awakens. And he is torturing Rey here, which I would assume means that he's captured her and going to maybe turn her to the dark side, or just feeding on her force energy. Here we see Rey's confliction even more, and also Kylo's, Ren's. I'm not sure if they're talking to each other here or which way it is. And he's reaching out his hand. I would assume it's to Rey, but it could be to Leia or Luke maybe. So this is just a very large conflict film, I would say, and a darker tone than The Force Awakens was. I'm very excited, and it is premiere on 13th of December. So thank you so much, guys, for looking at my trailer breakdown to The Last Jedi. I'm starting to upload new videos again. So this is my first one in quite a while. So thank you so much for the support, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.